Be honest. How many of you have eaten fast food in the last week? No, the last 48 hours. Unfortunately, that number is probably higher than you anticipated. Perhaps the last time you ate food was out of necessity. You were working late, or you had no dinner plans, and fast food just seemed like the best and simplest solution. This is my point. The purpose of this speech is to encourage a small change in my audience's eating habits and offer a healthier perspective regarding fast food. I'm credible on this topic because as a student and a teenager, I have relied on fast food many a time. I've gone through every motion and felt every repercussion. I've done my research for this speech by studying health reports and nutrition studies, articles on eating habits, and more information all put out by reputable sources. This topic matters particularly for college students and young adults because that age group specifically relies on fast food due to busy schedules, long hours, low budgets, limited cooking knowledge, and a desire for convenience. All of these factors make it so easy to fall into the unhealthy and ultimately expensive habit of always getting fast food. So today we'll speak about how fast food affects the average person's health, energy, and money, and what each of us can do to fix these issues with small changes starting this week. So let's first talk about fast food's effect on our health. Most, if not all people, know that fast food is inherently bad for you. The National Library of Medicine has done extensive research on this topic and claim that a frequent intake of these foods, which are high in calories, saturated fats, sodium, and added sugars, but low in essential nutrients, has been associated with obesity, central adiposity, metabolic disturbances, cardiovascular disease, systematic inflammation, and oxidative stress. Fast food consumption has been linked to many health issues and has even been hypothesized as a risk factor for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD, which is the most prevalent chronic liver condition worldwide. A high consumption of fast food has been linked to inflammation, a lower capacity for memory and learning, obesity, asthma, heart disease, and even depression and anxiety. In addition to negatively impacting our health as a whole, fast food often makes its consumers feel tired and drained. And this is not without a reason. When fast food breaks down, it does so quickly, and it causes a rapid spike in blood sugar because of the refined carbohydrates and added sugar. This spike in turn causes a large insulin surge, which causes a very fast drop in blood sugar, which makes people feel tired. So not only does frequent fast food intake affect our health, it also affects our pockets. Fast food drains money faster than we realize, and according to data from the Department of Agriculture's Economic Research Service, spending on food away from home accounted for 56% of all food expenditures in the U.S. in 2022. Not only that, but also in 2023, people spent on average $148 every month on fast food. That statistic increases greatly for millennials and even Gen Xers, with monthly spending ranging from $163 to $213. So I think you would agree something must change. Nobody wants to end up in a hospital at 50 years old because they ate too much fast food. Nobody wants to be penniless every month because they have a craving every few days for fast food. But what can we do? The most viable solution is not to entirely cut out fast food from every person's life. Rather, it is important that every person strive to make small and realistic changes in order to limit their fast food intake on a weekly basis. Take a second with me and imagine these two different scenarios about the same person. Let's call him Hank. Now, in scenario 1, Hank is always feeling tired and drained, perhaps not even knowing why. He's constantly spending money without even realizing how much it's affecting his budget. He's always stuck in unending fast food lines, and he's always feeling bloated and unsustained after eating. In scenario 2, Hank has more energy during the day. He's getting more done. He's saving money each week without even trying, and he enjoys the food he's eating. Know that he put in the work to have it. These scenarios are both about the same person, with the same schedule. The only thing that makes scenario 2 different is that Hank is no longer making impulsive decisions, and he is instead taking thoughtful action regarding his eating habits. So, how can we be like Hank in scenario 2? It starts by taking action, starting this week. Start by eliminating 1 to 2 fast food meals a week. Instead, start cooking these meals at home and lessen your dependence on fast food. Plan ahead. Pick a day during the week and make time to go grocery shopping and to meal prep. Doing this will reduce the likelihood of making an impulsive decision or feeling like there's no other option. In addition, set a weekly fast food limit. Decide before the week begins how often you will eat fast food, and even write it down. Set the number lower than you would normally have fast food and stick to it. This will ensure that fast food is not a consistent habit that you indulge in whenever you feel like, and maybe this will even encourage you to lower that number each week. So as we come to a close, let's review. We've discussed fast food's effects on people's health, energy, and money. We've also discussed the steps each of us can take in order to regain control over fast food and our habits. Although fast food can seem harmless in the moment, it negatively impacts all of us, and it's an easy habit to modify with a little effort. Now, I'm not saying that you should never eat fast food, but if you just glance over fast food as something that doesn't matter, it can begin to take control and turn into something that you can't live without. So who will you allow to take control? You or the oversalted fries you don't really like anyway? Thank you.